You've been a little apprehensive about taking the steps to prioritize your mental well-being. There is an event in Hartford next week that offers a night of healing, music, and community. So here to tell us all about it, we have the creator of the Pieces of Me Showcase, Derrick Roberts, joining us on the morning show. Good morning.
Good morning, Symphony.
So excited to have you here. Now, I have seen you at some events I've emceed. You are incredibly talented.
Thank you
First
so
off, I
much.
want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
For your work and this event that you're putting together. Now, let's get started. Take me back to, I don't know how old Derrick is. You don't have to tell me. But take me back to when you were a little tot and maybe when you first discovered you loved playing the sax.
Yeah, I began playing the saxophone probably in elementary school. They had different instruments that you could choose from and rent. I started out on trumpet, and I wanted the saxophone, and there's a long story behind that. And I eventually came back to it in high school, but I grew up playing in church, and so my entire family's musically talented. I've never had any classical or any actual training. It's all just been a gift that's been given to me.
That is incredible. So you've just perfected your craft over the years.
Yeah.
That's great. You guys have to hear him play, and you will. So make sure you stick around toward the end of the show where he'll give us a little sneak peek of what he can do. But for now, let's get back to the interview. So you have this showcase coming up. Tell me what inspired you to create it.
Yeah, so in 2022, one of the closest people to me passed away. It was my grandfather. And during that time, I became super depressed. I was very sad, and nothing will make me feel better other than music. And so I thought to myself, if this makes me feel better, more than likely to make other people feel better. I posted something on my social media, a song, and I woke up the next morning and it had like 10,000 views on it.
Wow.
And I was like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And so I'll do it more often. I used to take my saxophone up to Talcott Mountain and just play some of his favorite songs. And I feel like if music heals me, it definitely can heal others.
Absolutely. And you just shared your personal experience, but you also have, this is your talent, playing the sax, but you also see things as far as mental health from the clinical side as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am a fourth-year doctoral candidate in clinical psychology, and my dissertation project is actually centered around creating safe spaces for healing through music and arts.
Awesome.
And so from a clinical lens, there's so much happens neurologically, biologically, and even physiologically when we're listening to music, or even when we're dancing, engaging in movement in all types of the arts. Even when we look at paintings and drawings, it often elicits different emotions from us. And so music does the same thing. It can evoke or elicit happiness, joy, sadness, tears, and tears are sometimes good. And so, yes, I understand the clinical part of psychology and mental health, and also I understand how the arts can play a role in that too.
Incredible. And there will be a blend of that at the showcase, right? So tell us what folks can expect.
Yeah, so at 6 p.m. there'll be a virtual mental health expo. A lot of times there's so many stigmas associated with mental health, and people may be less likely to go to a mental health fair. However, it's virtual. You can log in anonymously, ask questions anonymously, get all the answers you need, and then show up at cocktail hour, have a good time. There'll be dancers, there'll be musical entertainment, background singers, a DJ. There'll be so much that you can expect that night, but most importantly, beyond the entertainment, it's a night of healing and storytelling through music and arts.
Yes, and we need that right now.
Yes.
A lot of folks need healing in their lives. Okay, where can people get their tickets?
Yeah, so it's actually my website, www.derrickmroberts.com, and that's Derrick, E-R-R-I-C-K. And they're right there. Or you can go to the Infinity Hall website and purchase your tickets there.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Go out and support this talented young man May 2nd at Xfinity Hall in Hartford. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, really quickly, I did preview. Derrick's going to stick around, so make sure you stick around and we can hear him play the sax. Matt, make sure you're in the studio for this.